is one of the top Democratic members of the Benghazi Select Committee, Congressman Adam Smith. Thank you for being here, Congressman.
Thank you, Reverend. I appreciate the chance.
Now, let me ask you, this past week, a former investigator on the committee and another Republican congressman both said the panel is partisan. What do you think we're going to see this Thursday, keeping that in mind when Secretary Clinton testifies?
Yeah, actually, they said something much worse than that. Not just that it's partisan, but that it was specifically formed to try to take down Hillary Clinton. I mean, it's actually even worse than I imagined when it was formed. And when it was formed, I didn't think, obviously I didn't think it should be formed. I was one arguing that Democrats shouldn't participate. I assumed it would be partisan. And I also felt that having done 9 separate investigations into Benghazi, that we had adequately covered that issue. But now it appears that it was, far more specific than that. It was designed to help the Republican presidential aspirations in 2016.
So again, I ask, what then should we expect would happen Thursday? And what are the Democrats going to do to make sure that this is just not some circus for them to just try and do what we're being told now by 3 different people? This is all about politics. This has nothing to do with what happened that led to the death of these American diplomats.
Well, I suspect that Congressman Gowdy and the others on the panel are going to desperately try to resurrect themselves. I would suspect that they're going to try to shift the focus back to Benghazi for at least part of it. But at this point, I mean, some 16 months after the commission was formed, or the committee was formed, I mean, what's the point in that? I think they're going to try to do that. And as Democrats, it's hard because, Secretary Clinton has testified on this issue. She has answered countless questions. And look, this is a very, very serious matter. I think clearly, and many of the reports said this, the security situation in Libya was underestimated. More should have been done before these attacks. But some of the wilder conspiracy theories have long since been disproved. And I think we've analyzed the issue.
Are there legitimate questions about the emails that can come up and should be answered on Thursday?
Not by this committee. I mean, I think the email issue is a separate, and it's an interesting question. It's something that all government officials, well, even people in business have to deal with. What's private, what's business, or in this case, what's private, what's government? How do you separate the two? How do you make sure you, in the case, keep classified information classified? But that's not, I mean, we have a government oversight committee in the House. They should investigate that. This is the Benghazi Committee.
So let me ask you something then directly. Should Democrats on the committee, like you, Congressman Smith, walk out if they try and go beyond the boundaries of what they've been set up for? I mean, should Democrats participate if they go out in a broader or in a very overt misuse of what this committee set up for this Thursday?
Look, it has long been my opinion that this Benghazi committee has made it clear that it is a partisan political exercise, that they are not interested in answering any questions about Benghazi. I mean, even if you grant them their premise, which, like I said at the beginning, I reject, that another investigation needed to be done, even if you grant them that premise, that's not what they are doing. So it has long been my position that as Democrats, we should say this committee is not legitimate and we should not participate. Now, I follow my caucus leadership. I think, Congressman Cummings is a very capable ranking member in this committee. Leader Pelosi is very capable. They still see a value in us participating in this, and I'm willing to admit that I might be wrong. So we will participate. But now that it was up to me, I would say, look, you've proven that you're not doing what this committee is supposed to be doing. You've proven that you're wasting taxpayer money.
Congressman Smith, thank you so much for your time. And certainly we should note we extended invitations to each of the committee's Republicans to